Gavaskar. It's been 24 hours, as I said, since we had that famous Indian victory. Dilip Vengsarkar will also join me later. But Mr. Gavaskar, pretty special day at Mumbai at the Wankhede Stadium. Virat Kohli's 50th one-day international 100, a record. Shami's 7 wickets. Your thoughts? What stood out for you on a memorable day in Mumbai?
What stood out for me really was, the overall performance of the Indian team. The calmness with which they executed while batting or bowling. There was not even a moment of panic, even when that Daryl Mitchell and Kane Williamson partnership was going on, which had some others worried. But there didn't seem to be any sense of panic in this Indian team. The captain was very cool. The shoulders were still erect. Nobody's shoulders had dropped. And when at the drinks interval, Rohit Sharma gathered the team together and said, "Come on, guys, one last effort and let's finish this." They came back and they took a wicket immediately afterwards, and that was it. So I think that stood out for me, that overall team performance. That's really been the feature of India's cricket right throughout this tournament. It's not that the batting has dominated or the bowling has dominated. It's been a total all-round performance, including the fielding, which has been, pretty much top class.
But has it surprised you just what we've achieved? I mean, to win, 10 matches in a row? It's not easy. I mean, it's never been done in World Cups to win matches like this. The great Australian team, 2003 and 7, went unbeaten. But are you surprised? Did you think the Indian team would be as good as it's turning out to be?
No, it didn't surprise me, because over the last couple of years, you can see that they have been looking to fit the pieces, and they've managed to do it during the Asia Cup. You could see that they'd managed to do it, and when Hardik Pandya came back to full fitness, then it was a completely different thing, because with Hardik Pandya, 2-in-1 player, he gave the team options. Sadly, he was injured, which opened the door for Mohammed Shami. But sometimes, when somebody is waiting for an opportunity, like Shami has been, and suddenly to get it, he's grabbed it with both hands. And look at what he's making a difference. He really is the one who's winning the games for you.
I want to look at two people who've contributed enormously, whose careers you followed closely, Mr. Gavaskar, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, both as leaders and as batsmen. In a way, do you think Rohit Sharma has set the tone for the rest of the team by the way he's played? With his great fearlessness, freedom and ingenuity, by far the number one player when it comes to strike rates in the first 10 overs in the power play.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look at the way he just takes the opposition bowling on. And the best part about Rohit Sharma's batting has always been his ability to pick that line and length, just that fraction early, and get into position to play the shot. Yes, he is fond of the aerial shot, which sometimes, if it doesn't come off the middle of the bat, is going to result in a dismissal, as we saw the other day. But the fact that, when he's hitting it off the middle of the bat, the ball is invariably in the stands. And that makes the bowlers change their line, change their length, which benefits the batters at the other end. So this is where the impact that Rohit Sharma has had can never be underscored. I mean, it has been an enormous impact that he's had on the opposition's psyche with the way he's gone after them straight away.
The other one I wanted to speak to you, Mr. Gavaskar, about was Virat Kohli. 50 ODI hundreds is a phenomenal achievement, and he's got them in almost half the number of innings that the great Sachin Tendulkar made his 49 hundreds in. It just seems to me an incredible feat, the scale of what he's achieved.
Terrific, absolutely, no question about it. Absolutely, because look, the next best is Rohit Sharma with 31. So it just tells you the vast gap between him and numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is. Because his century hunger, people are run hungry, he's century hungry. And his century hunger is insatiable, and that's how it should be. Every batsman worth his salt should put a minimum price of 100 runs against his name. And that's what he's doing every match. Yes, in this particular tournament itself, he could have got 3 more hundreds. He got out in the 80s, he got out once in the 90s, he's got out twice in the 80s, so he could have had 3 more hundreds. A couple of times he's gone past the 50, but has got out after that. So he's been in phenomenal form, and he's made every match count.
I want to turn also, Mr. Gavaskar, to two other headline makers who perhaps don't get enough recognition. One is Shreyas Iyer from Mumbai, proving all his critics wrong. Made a difference yesterday, got 100 in just 70 balls. As a result, India, instead of getting 350, ended up with a whopping 397. How good is he now?
Absolutely, no question about it. But for his initiative, but for his, the impetus that he gave to the Indian batting, that during that partnership with Kohli, India would not have got even to 350, and that could have been a bit of an issue. But his batting, taking the bowling on and then going on after 100, hitting those big sixes, Rahul coming and batting the way he's did. So look, I think this is what I'm saying, that over this entire campaign, while the focus has been on one man, the others have come in and made telling contributions, which is the reason why this Indian team is looking unbeatable.
The other day, Mr. Gavaskar, also, someone mentioned our bowling. We are known to be a country that treats batsmen as gods. But it's the fab five of our bowlers in each match. Someone or the other seems to deliver. Yesterday, it was, of course, the incredible Mohammed Shami. There seems to be something special about the likes of Shami and this pace attack in particular. We've never seen anything like this.
Very special. And they're all different. Different in the sense when you see somebody like a Bumrah coming in and bowling, with an action which is probably not in the coaching books, but so effective. And now he has added the outswinger to his repertoire as well, which makes it even more difficult to score off him. Then the straight seam bowling of Mohammed Shami, the accuracy with which he bowls, the pace with which he bowls, and then the big heart of Mohammad Siraj. So that has really kept the opposition batters on tenterhooks. Yes, there will be the odd partnership, but they have been the ones who have come back when there's been a partnership and struck. And in the middle overs, you've had Ravindra Jadeja and Kuldeep Yadav not just stopping the runs, but taking the wickets as well and setting the opposition back. So it really has been an attack to remember. Batters generally, in a tournament, batters might win you the matches, as we saw with the Maxwell scoring the runs that he did. But it is, at the end of the day, it is bowlers who will win you the tournaments.
I want to ask you a question that I know you've written in the past about. A lot of foreign journalists have come to the country and said this entire tournament is almost being fixed, rigged to ensure that India wins. What do you say today to those who seem to have these conspiracy theories that everything is being fixed from pitches to the playing conditions? How do you respond? What should one be telling them?
Nothing excepting, get out of that, yellow fever that you guys have about India and start to smell the coffee. And when you talk about coffee, not the Brazilian coffee, but the Nilgiri coffee, start to smell the coffee. There was a time when you guys were the bosses and you could do whatever you wanted. Now it is India which is ruling the roost, and you better be prepared to accept it. There was a time when you guys did not even want India to come to play in your countries, because Indians were not very attractive. Now you're falling all over yourselves to have India coming in. Now suddenly from 3 test matches, you increased India's test matches to 4 test matches. Now suddenly from 4 test matches, you've increased it to 5 test matches, because every test match, extra test match with India gives you television revenue. And that is the thing about this foreign, journalists, which actually baffles me, is that they're quite happy with their cricket boards making money out of Indian cricket. But the Indian cricket board can't make money out of Indian cricket. That seems to be the case. And this thing about, trying to how at the end of the day, whatever the situation about the pitches or whatever they are talking about, if you want to be world champions, you've got to be prepared to play in all kinds of conditions. So the pitches that they were talking about, the pitch wasn't changed after the toss. The pitch was there before the toss was made. We played in places where the stumps have been pushed back so that the good length spot, the grassy good length spot would be more prominent by pushing the stumps back. But have you ever heard over these years, you followed cricket, where an Indian cricketer or the Indian media has ever complained about the pitches or conditions over there? We accept it, because that's the beauty of playing. That's a challenge of playing in overseas conditions. So basically, smell the coffee. It's Nilgiris. It is very nice. And go home, and maybe it's winter in your time. Go home, tuck yourself into a nice blanket and watch India.
So can I say from all that you're saying, smelling the coffee to the rest of the world, that India is going to win this final? Is it a done deal, or as the cliche goes, we're going to have to wait till that last ball is bowled on Sunday?
You've got to wait till the last ball is bowled, particularly when it comes to the knockouts, because knockouts are where the best teams are there. In the group games, you might actually have a situation where one team might be just that little bit superior on the day. But in the knockouts, generally, these are all close encounters and no match is won or lost till the last ball is bowled.
But India, your favourites for the finals in Ahmedabad? Can we say we are firm favourites irrespective of who wins, Australia or South Africa, the other semi which is on at the moment?
With the way they've played, certainly they are the firm favourites. So it'll be a final, worth going miles towards. Because believe me, that at the moment it looks as if Australia is going to get through to the finals. This is going to be an unbelievable game because you're playing against 5-time champions, a team that knows how to come back from almost impossible situations, who know how to play the finals, how to win finals. So this is going to be a real challenge for the Indian team. But I do believe that Rohit Sharma's men are up for it.
My final question, sir, bit of a googly. If there was a match between Rohit Sharma's men of 2023 and Kapil Dev's men of 1983, which you were a part of, who would win?
Oh, the 83 team would win.
Say that again. You're sure that the 83 team would defeat Rohit Sharma's team, is it?
Absolutely. Not absolutely sure.
Well, Mr. Gavaskar, that's a big call. The men of 83 will defeat the men of 2023. Either way, we'll wait and see what they do on Sunday. But for now, for joining us and setting the stage for this special, thank you very much, Mr. Sunil Gavaskar.